welcome to Crypto Bytes, the podcast where we find today's news and information in the crypto space and break it down into bite-sized chunks.
You might seen us around on Twitter. If you're watching this, hit the like, retweet this, and tell your friends about it. Or if you're watching this on YouTube, hit the like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. We've been in operation for about 2 years now, and it's been quite a journey. It's been a learning process. It's been amazing so far. But we wanted to introduce ourselves to you, the viewers, and potential delegators out there. There's a lot of news going around about shutting down staking services on centralized exchanges. So this is us going to you and asking, hey, take your coins off of the exchanges and come into AGC. The pools.
I'm less asking, I'm more telling. I'm the forceful arm of the operation. Rob asks nicely. I finally just take it from you. By force.
Right, so if you interacted with us online, most likely you've been interacting with me. You might have heard my voice on Cardano over coffee, Epoch's End, or the epic Cardano Limitless space. Rick here, he is the brains and the muscle behind the operation. He has a master's in computer science with an emphasis in cryptography. He's also been through the Plutus Pioneer program, the third cohort.
And part of the third Plutus Pioneer cohort program. That was fun.
He also knows Haskell. He's read the book.
And does play around with Plutus. I'm very excited. Super, really looking forward to how we can now leverage a functional language that make monetary transactions safe, secure, and super reliable. I mean, one of the things that drew me to Cardano just first and foremost was how stable this environment is. Have you ever seen a transaction fail? Neither have I. It's remarkable. I love it.
He also does lambda calculus in his sleep.
Do love lambda calculus. Big fan.
All right, enough about us. Let's talk about the pool here. So we have a few incentives for delegators going on right now. One of them is if you are providing liquidity on the Wing Riders DEX, instead of just depositing your LP and not doing anything about it, after you provided liquidity, head over to the vote tab of that specific pool and vote for a stake pool to earn that delegation for the ADA side of that liquidity pair. You can search us by our pool hash, and that is found easily on our Twitter profile. Link below in the bio to our link tree for all of our socials and all the web pages and all the pool stats. All right, so right now we do have control of the ADA in the Hosky liquidity pool on Wing Riders, and we're about maybe just 1%, less than 1% away from potentially losing that to a multi-stake pool operator, and that does not fall in line with the Hosky way. Well, providing liquidity on an exchange doesn't either, but here we are. So if you are providing liquidity on the Wing Riders desk in the Hosky liquidity pool, go to that vote tab, vote for AGC. As you can see here, we are still ranked number 1, and we do appreciate that vote. It does go a long way, and it does go to support small stake pools, and it's a unique function only found on Wing Riders decks at this time. So you can also find us on the World Mobile Token. I think we're on page 6 there, and the Kopi liquidity pool. So if you're providing liquidity for World Mobile Token and Kopi, find our icon and vote for us. And it's super simple. Again, you deposit your tokens, the ADA and the token pair. Once you get your LP, go to the staking tab under the governance. Click on the pair. Go to vote. And you can vote with your LP, slide that slider all the way to 100%, put that transaction in, and you voted at the same time as depositing those LP to earn those liquidity rewards. All right. So we also have an incentive for another deck that's coming out, and that is Teddy Swap. So Teddy Swap is, they're touting themselves as a stable coin DEX. Okay, they have a FISO right now. It is a fair initial stake pool offering. So there's 25 stake pools that were randomly selected after meeting minimum requirements. We were one of the 25. Currently, I think we've grown from 100,000 to 1.3 million during these 3 epochs that we have been activated as an active pool in this program. And there's about 10 more epochs left. So if you delegate to AGC any amount, you will be eligible for Teddy rewards at the end of the FISO. You can go to their Medium page, and there it is right there. Also, the link below. You can read up and get updated on everything going on the DEX. There is a NFT mint tomorrow. So if you've been delegating to AGC or any of the 25 pools up until the epoch boundary of 394, you are most likely whitelisted and will be able to mint a teddy bear tomorrow. So check out that detail in their Medium article. All right. So the third incentive we had for delegators. Okay. So there's a project called NoChart. They are a blockchain visualizer. And it's a pretty interesting business model they have now. Instead of paying a monthly subscription fee to access, a database, all you need for them is to have their NFT in your wallet, and you will have access depending on what tier that NFT is. And if you're delegating to AGC or One, and that's One by Enigma, so if you're delegating to AGC or One, you will have priority consideration for their shrimp NFT mint. So all you have to do is go into their Discord. Again, link is on their webpage, and start shrimp posting. Post anything shrimp related. All right. Like a coconut shrimp, you got fried shrimp, you got shrimp on the bar.
Starting to sound like Bubba, my man.
Right. So check out NoChart. Again, it is an invite only mint at this time. They are an alpha. So if you are selected, just tell them that you are delegated to AGC. They'll ask for verification, and you'll get priority consideration. Wow. So I think we've covered over 3 incentives right now for delegators delegating to AGC. And if you're stuck on an exchange, you're not really stuck. You can move your ADA off of the exchange into a Cardano wallet and delegate to AGC. If you're wondering what wallets to use, again, they are in our link below, or Linktree. We link to several different wallets. My preference, I like Eternal. It's super easy. You can stake to any stake pool directly from the wallet. And if you have any issues or any questions, comment below on this video or in Twitter. All right. So 2 years of operations. We do have an outlook for what we want to do in Cardano. And one of our mission statements is, or our mission is, to provide infrastructure for the Cardano network. And what does this mean by infrastructure? Well, in today's video on contingent staking, Charles goes over the different ways stake pools will be able to provide infrastructure for the Cardano network. And it's just not running the base Cardano node, as you see here. It could be running side chains for the various projects that are out there, Hydra heads, and what have, different programs or different projects coming out with their own side chain. So that's what we look forward to in the future. And I know Rick can speak a little bit about how it was first starting out 2 years ago on the building the node versus now as we went into this hard fork at the epoch boundary of 394. So Rick, what are some of the differences?
Yeah, sure. So first and foremost, even before going into the differences, I think one of the things that I just want to talk about here, and why I even do this, right, is I genuinely believe in Cardano. So hear me out, right? We're now past the point of whether or not crypto is legitimate. Legitimacy is no longer the question, right? Everyone can speak to this. Everyone knows we've got any nation state that's worth its weight in salt now has to have the conversation. What do we do about Bitcoin? What do we do about cryptocurrency, right? And I think we can all see that Bitcoin is the crowd favorite. This is going to be the largest vehicle of monetary movement, right? Of just movement of fiat. That's not even fiat at that point. Movement of crypto, right? Of any kind of payment. But it's far too big and too clunky to do the day-to-day transactions, to make the blockchain a reality for purchasing at the store, for utilizing the blockchain for ticketed events, possibly for contracts and stuff. And that's where Cardano comes in. And when Rob came to me years ago and said, hey, do you know about this Cardano thing? Have you heard of this? And I didn't. And I started to do the research and read the white papers and look at the whiteboard chat and everything, and really trying to understand Ouroboros, and hearing Charles talk about where he wants to go with this and looking at the progress. And it blows my mind. So this makes me want to contribute. Furthermore, this also excites me to be a part of the infrastructure for Rob and I and our SPO at AGC to really help facilitate and to help build that development community on this platform. So we hear Charles talk about sidechains, we talk about Hydra heads, we talk about Mithril, right? And we at AGC are super excited to add this into our pools. Now, talking about our stake pool and our servers and everything, oh geez. When we started this, it was really simple. If you are watching this and you've been in the game for a while, I think you would remember when Charles was the person that ran the rat pool, like King of the Rats, right? And people were actually running their stake pool on Raspberry Pis pretty successfully, right? Like full-on block production nodes and everything, as low as like 4 gigabytes of RAM. It was really, really obtainable, super simple to do. And it wasn't too bad. Nowadays, as we come into 135.5 and we come into this hard fork, what are you we at 394?
394, yep.
Yeah. So as we come into this hard fork, actually going into and setting up your server has become a bit more complex. You definitely need a much beefier server nowadays. So to give you an idea, just for the block production node, we are currently running a 32 gig variant of our server. This is just RAM-wise to be able to facilitate everything that's about to happen. We've had to increase our hard drive size to prepare for the size of the block itself, the blockchain, as well as looking into adjusting some of the network parameters to ensure maximum uptime and a reliable stake pool, right? And this is all just initially here. This is over quadruple the power required that it used to be, which is always a good thing. At least we don't require $4,000, $10,000 worth of graphics cards to mine through this and then to make this profitable, right? That seems so dumb to me. What's really exciting though is even with all of these upgrades, I still see the number of stake pools rise, like single stake pool operators increasing. And that's exciting. That tells me that others share the same passion. That tells me that development is still on the rise here. And that tells me that there's other people out there that are just as passionate in keeping this project going and creating the infrastructure. So we here at AGC are really excited to utilize our servers to help decentralize into the greater Cardano community.
Right. And again, when the sidechains come out, I mean, we're going to be looking at some of these sidechains, how we can incorporate it to what we have to offer in terms of infrastructure that we're providing to the network. All of these DEXs, some of them are federated, but they're going to be coming out. They're going to be opening up their we'll call it agents or laminar flow or scoopers, whatever they want to call it. They're going to be opening that up for anyone to do, and we are looking to also provide, DEX services and matching orders. There's a bunch of different ways for stake pools in the future, and Charles explained this today for different revenue streams. If you're operating a few selective nodes, cool, you might be getting paid, but you could be missing out on some other forms of revenue if you're not running, XYZ node or a service on this side chain or what have you. So the future is bright for stake pool operators. And if you manage to survive this bear market, I think you'll be very well positioned for what's coming down the pipeline.
Yeah. Oh, heck. I keep having the same conversation with people that I talk to in my day job about staying the course as an SPO. And like, if you can survive this, we are going to be rewarded very, very handsomely coming up here. Because understand, if I'm right about Cardano, and I'm right about where it's going to be going in the next 5 years, the barrier to entry in becoming an SPO is going to be very difficult, and yet there are going to be so many people that wish they had gotten in on this ground floor, and the level of complication to get in is going to be absolutely insane if you're not already living like us on the bleeding edge of all of this and just trying to get in front of it all before it happens, so that we're not having to troubleshoot the servers. We're here and we're running full force at as optimum of efficiency levels as possible.
Right. So the future is bright if you can make it past this bear market. And, I think this is a good point to wrap it up. we did speak about the different incentives we got going around right now for delegators to AGC. If you want to support us, you can get Teddy Swap Pfizer rewards. If you're providing liquidity on Wing Riders in the Hosky liquidity pool, make sure that after you provided your liquidity, you go to your vote tab and vote for AGC to for that ADA in the liquidity pair to stay delegated to us. And you can vote for us on any ADA pair on that DEX. You can find us right now on on World Mobile Token and on Kopi. Very easy. And if you can't find us on any of the other pools, you can search us by our pool hash, which can be found on our Twitter bio. Okay, and then no chart. If you're delegating to AGC, you will have priority consideration for that NFT mint. Just go into their Discord, again, link below in this video, and start short posting. And what else here? So we had massive growth. I think we showed up on one of these pool statistics as one of the fastest growing stake pools of Epoch. I believe it was either
393.
393. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we do want to get to that 2 million delegation magical area, and that is where pools have a tendency to mint 1 block per epoch. That would be one of the more attainable goals right now, and after that we can shoot for 2.5, 3 million, what have you.
Yeah, we're looking for the moonshot there after that, so that we can get you guys maximum rewards. That's our biggest thing. All the delegators that have been with us from the beginning, maximum rewards.
And if you're a project building on Cardano and you do want to partner with a stake pool, hit us up in our DMs, either on Twitter or on YouTube. Again, at ArgyrosCrypto. You can again, DMs are open right there.
Honestly, if you're not able to hit us up, you can always check out the producer at NFTs with Keys and try to hit him up directly at NFTs with Keys. I'm sure he will try to get back to us as well. Also, if you into that hot NFT games, hit up his Twitter.
So thank you to all the delegators so far and everyone that's been supporting AGC, either by retweeting, by liking, by shouting us out in the different Twitter spaces. Thank you so much. And of course, our delegators, thank you as well. All right. Well, I mean, that's pretty much it. And with that, that's your Crypto Bite.